Alright, hello everybody. This is Monkey Animal Crackers. I know the name's a little weird, but it makes sense to me. Anyway, I decided that I was going to start a little tutorial series as I graduated from college and I now have a degree in digital arts and animation. I am not an animator though. I am a 3D modeler and texture artist. So I decided we'd start this little series off with some pretty basic stuff. Here is Maya 2011. It's the pretty standard package that everybody uses. You can go up to the polygon tab here and select a cube. As you can see, it comes in like this. If you hit 5, it'll put it in shaded mode, which is really what you want when you're working. And you can always go back to that mode by pressing 4. Later on, when we cover textures, I'll show you how to display the texture on the mesh as well. So the very first thing you do normally when you're modeling, even if it's just something really simple, normally you want to set up Maya Symmetry. Now Maya Symmetry is not the best symmetry out there, but it will work once you figure it out. So right now I'm in the perspective view, which means I can go around any side of the mesh I want. But in order for it to get symmetry to where, if I go into face mode, I want it to be able to select both sides so that way it's symmetrical. Well, the way we do this is you hit space, right click, and drag yourself into front view. I do it this way just because it makes it easier. Then we go up to edit mesh, and you're going to see insert edge loop tool. You want to click that, and it's going to give you this lovely little option. And as you can see, I'm going to click right there, and it creates an edge loop. Now if you go into just your arrow pointing and hit W, it's going to give you the option to move this edge loop. What you want to do is you want to line it up with your grid. This makes sure that it's centered. Once you have this done, you're just going to hit spacebar, right click again, and tell it to go back into perspective. Pretty simple. So there we have our center line. You always want to have a center line because when it comes time to UV and wrap so that you can texture, it makes things a lot simpler, trust me. So then we're going to go right click, go into face mode. Face mode you use a lot. Just drag, so see, just hold down the left button on your mouse, and there you go, I've selected the left side. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to delete it. Just hit backspace or delete on your keyboard, because we only want this side. And the reason why we only want this side is we want to tell Maya that we want to make a symmetrical mesh. And how we do this is we select it in object mode, which basically is just right click, object mode. Then you can go up to here and edit, and you're going to come down to duplicate special. And there's this little square. You're going to see these a lot in Maya, and they're option boxes. So we're going to click the little square, and it's going to bring up this window. And now we want to tell it what we want it to do. If you're normally duplicating something, you want it on copy. But as you can see, mine's already set up because I model a lot. So what you want is you want to set the geometry type to instance. You want group, parent, and here is where you're going to need to change something else. You want to put a negative in front of this one. These quadrants mean X, Y, and Z, which are the directions in Maya. And the number of copies. Of course, we only want one. Then you just hit duplicate special, and look at that. There's the other half of our square. If you go into right click face mode, you can now click, and look at that. You can select both sides and be able to do whatever you want with it. Pretty nifty. So this is going to be just the first part of our tutorials. I'm figuring that I might do this once a week just because I don't know what all I want to do. I'm probably going to end up doing like a time-lapse video of whatever I'm modeling. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And I figure I might just model something really cute or something with this, and we'll just go through all the steps from modeling to UV and wrapping to texturing. I can texture in Photoshop and ZBrush, so I'll show you both ways. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tutorial. Let me know, and I'll see you guys later.